Hello? Are we live? Hey CatDuck2, thanks for this resub. Oh wait, I need to turn on my printer. I just set this up last night. Okay. Yeah, the printer should be working now. Thoughts on the Capisco? This chair is very nice. Oh my god, I need to turn off my fan. That thing just flew off the deep end. Oh god. Oh my. Okay, this fan is literally pushing all the notifications off the table. Let's see if it's working. I feel so out of practice. I'm like, how do I stream again? Okay. What keyboard do I use? Alright, come on. Alright, it's working. It's working. Jago TV, thanks for the reset for 9 months. And Mitch, thanks for the reset for 18 months. Actually, how do I do this? Yeah, it's working again. Okay, this keyboard's also taking way too much focus off this camera. Ah. Yeah, I don't have music set for today, unfortunately. It's gonna be pretty oh my god, oh my. Okay, we'll just let it do its thing. Okay, that was still practicing. Thanks for all the subs, guys. I'm trying to figure out how to even see who subbed. How do I do this? Okay, what is this hype train thing? Why are there levels to this? I don't, like, how is this different than just, thanks for the sub, Zombu. So can this train evolve? Is that like the reason it has levels? Oh my god. Why is it printing so much? Sergeant, thanks for the sub. Say, thanks for the sub. Akiyuki, thanks for the sub. Wesley Senpai, thanks for the sub. Oh god, oh my god. Do you guys get anything special? Oops, this is something else. Do you guys get anything special when it levels up to level 5? Please, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub for 9 months. Soul Weave, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. You get emotes? Do I have to provide those emotes? Oh. Okay, well, maybe don't sub until I have those emotes then. Oh, okay, I don't have to provide it, thank god. I did not prepare for this. Hey, Junibot, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Bongo Bruh, thanks for the sub. The emotes are free. Am I going to change the hair color? Probably, yeah. Yeah. I picked up so many random fidget things in the last year. Like this is like the newest fidget spinner toy thing. What lens do you use in main for stream? This is the Sigma 16 to 35 millimeter 1.8. Sen, thanks for the sub. So why does this thing not focus? My lip is not pierced. What? Zervers, thanks for the sub. What's the name of this ball thing? It's called a beglery. Essentially, it's just 2 beads on a string. And you flip it around. Kind of like, it's like very similar to pen spinning. And thanks for the 5 gifted subs. Yeah, and this has no purpose besides it looks cool when you spin it. It kind of looks like, you know, an orbiting spheres around your hand. And you know, I mainly got it because I was practicing the butterfly knife, and then I was getting paranoid that I was going to get pulled over for spinning a knife in public, so I got this instead. Okay, I'm still practicing. I picked it up like about a month ago, so I can only do some basic moves. You know, just like spinning around the fingers like that. Tominator, thanks for the sub. I'm too Korean, thanks for the sub. Rumbo, thanks for the sub. That's something on my upper lip. I think I need water. Make coffee. I don't think I ever played Mabinogi. X3Fo, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. How do I... This is a different camera, so I don't know how it focuses. How do I have to do this? Also, Red Trosh, thanks for the sub. Quiet Loud, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. X Skinny Pancake. Oh, that one just got blown away. I'm sorry. Ever tried collecting cards? I have a ton of cards just lying in... So the goal of this thing is eventually I want to fill up each drawer with a different hobby. Right now I only have technically 1 row that is filled with different hobbies. The rest is just random magic props and cards. I'll probably go through the ones that I have eventually, but... Have I learned retrigger yet? Not. I have not. Koji Nap. Oh, thanks for gifting a sub, Advin. Any new techwear? Nah. I basically wasn't making any money, so I was just like putting most of my savings like into projects I was working on. Techwear is too much of a luxury. Squirtle, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Nice and Heavy, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. And Meow, thanks for the sub. Intercruise, thanks for the 5 subs. Any new music I'm working on? Yeah, so I produced an album that I haven't put out yet. I'm still working on kind of the visuals for it. But when that's done, I'll probably put it out. And I'm trying to put more music out regularly. Been working with a lot of friends on some projects. I picked up the mandolin because I wanted to learn a new instrument to sample my music that like didn't require me to learn a completely new skill set. The strings are essentially the same as the violin. Wow, so sorry. Thanks for gifting a sub to Christopher Yee. And Octomo, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Acoustic Cafe, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub for 15 months. I don't know where my pick is. It's like probably underneath these papers. JK Philly, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Takeo Desu, thanks for the sub. I did not learn the bloom. My friend was trying to teach me, but I could not do it. Oh my god. Hero Shells, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub for 2 months. Sovereign, thanks for the sub. Moonsua, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. You received a level 4 hype train emote. What does this mean? Share. King Brooksky, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Oh god. Mitch, thanks for getting us up to Gabby. Raffinator, thanks for the sub. Do you like any new of the K-pop groups? I haven't been really following too much K-pop stuff recently. I've only been following kind of the comebacks of like BTS and Blackpink, but besides that, not really. Intercruise, thanks for resub for 32 months. Dang. Thanks for subbing through a whole year of me not streaming. Mirror, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub for 2 months. Kidoe, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Not Shooty, thanks for resub for 14 months. Oh, there it is. Do you read donos? I do, but I realize I don't have everything set up to read everything if I miss it. Ghostman, thanks for the sub. So I think the main difference with mandolin and the violin is the picking technique. I'm still really bad at picking. I can't pick very quickly. So every day I'm just like trying to do scales. But my goal is eventually I want to sample in lo-fi stuff. I feel like I did some research and I was like, is there mandolin lo-fi? And it doesn't really exist. So my goal is just to learn as many random instruments that have not been used in lo-fi because no one wants to put in the time to actually learn these things. Straw Hat Pat, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Teriyaki, thanks for the 340 bits. Darenba, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. And okay, I need to find a place to put these things. What do you need to fix my Rama? I actually got a new Rama keyboard over the break. Oriole, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Let me see if I can show this. So this is my current setup. It's the new Rama M60A with GMK carbons and the same switches from before. It's the Novel Creams. But, oh, I missed it. I have something that I want to work on eventually, but I don't have the proper, I don't have the keycaps or switches that I want for it yet. So this is the TGR Jane version 2 with the rainbow. I don't even know what this is. And I pre-ordered this a long time ago and it finally came in, but then I had nothing to put on it. So I figured I'd save it for content at some point. Which caps are you looking for? I don't even know which caps, to be honest. I'm just like in the process of looking for something that vibes with me. Am I in a garage? No, this is my room. And I sleep on that thing on the floor. I didn't want my bed to be like part of the studio look. So I have a fold out futon thing that I sleep on. Yo, Kuma Dog, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Kill2931, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. I'm going to be doing a room tour eventually, but I'm working on actually a YouTube video of, like, I've been documenting like me building this room since like January, and so I'm still like editing it. Philly Fries, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Okay. I'm still in LA. Oh God. Yeah, no lo-fi yet because I don't want to use my music in my streams yet until I have it out on Spotify so people aren't just like yoinking it. I mean, I would still do it for free. I'm still gonna have it be out for free, but I'm afraid someone might claim it before I actually get to do it myself. But it's very soon, very soon. It's been done for some time already. Yo, the Future Holds, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. I have to do the whole like YouTube makeup style for this to show. Artemia, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Ah, God. Am I still in the LPP? No. Here, can I show this? Nope. Why is this camera being stupid? Yeah, because I haven't streamed League in a year, so. Tempe, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Polar Bear, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Lucy, thanks for the sub. And Forbidden, thanks for the sub. Mr. Spiffy, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Do you still play Valorant? I became a Poppy one trick. I decided my goal in life in the top lane. What? My goal in life in the top lane was to make other people not have fun. And so she's good against a lot of the people that people like to have fun with. So. Kufli, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. And Mr. Spiffy, thanks for the sub. Am I thinking of playing Among Us? Probably not. One, those kind of games give me a lot of anxiety. Like, never really was a big fan of Mafia and those kind of games. And I kind of just want to do my own thing for now. Just want to kind of just work on like myself and the kind of things that I'm interested in. It feels like it's really hectic trying to keep up with kind of the rat race of doing bigger and bigger collabs with more and more people. And I was like, it's too much. I don't want to think about that. I just want to do my own thing, make my coffee, bake my bread, make some music. I want to be chilling. Jed, thanks for the sub. Is Kushner, thanks for the resub for 6 months. Master Hugo, thanks for reset for 13 months. Carpador Senpai, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub for 7 months. Do you reuse the paper for sub? No, but I do recycle them. And I want to see if I can incorporate these in some other fashion, whether it's stuffing for stuffed animals or something like that. Pseudo PT, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Mayave, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub for 7 months. Yeah, I think I might bring back making stuffed animals again. I used to make plushies back in college, and I figured it might be a good thing. And some other cool features about this room, all my lights, I finally figured out how to connect them to my iPad. So I can do some like Westworld shit, and you know, I can change the scenes to be different colors. So this is like kind of more similar to what it used to be like. But for now, I figure this is a little more inviting, a little less fatiguing. Bunny Fufu, have you heard of using Flux for mentalism? It's a good investment. I think it's okay if you have a use for it. I think it does its job well. Trippin, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Yeah. Yeast Boy is in the refrigerator right now because I'm not baking anything with it. What lights do I use? I'm using a combination of a bunch of different film lights. So for this shelf, I essentially soldered a bunch of LED strips together, and then I connected it to a DMX controller that has a wireless transmitter that goes to another wireless transmitter over there, which then sends like a network like that I can connect to from my iPad to here. And all the other lights I have built in, it's called CRMX, which is like a wireless, I guess, film lighting protocol. Anyways, so they all communicate to that little wireless transmitter thing, and I can adjust all the parameters by adding them into this iPad app. You know, for example, if I want to go like here, and I want to change, like, let's say, I want to change that top light to like red. I can do that. Or yellow. Well, that's kind of cool. I've never tried this before. Oh my god. Adapt, thanks for the sub. It's because I have a fan. It's incredibly hot right now, and there's no AC in this house. So I have like this tiny little fan that's blowing over here, and it's pushing all the papers away. Changing colors based on activity seems cool. Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do with it. If I'm doing like a spooky stream, then I'll do spookier lighting. If I'm doing something that needs more visibility, then I'll probably do something like this. And eventually I'm trying to connect this all so that the lights will respond to chat activity. Yeah. This place is a little bit beat up, a little bit run down, like the place I'm currently living at. If you saw the rest of the house, you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But it's like close to most of the things that I would need to get to, so I can live with it. Is your camera between two monitors? Yes, I have one monitor here and one monitor here. Am I a sneakerhead? I wouldn't consider myself a sneakerhead, but I do have a lot of quote-unquote grails, but it's like 4 shoes. See, Ken, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Boz Wollenberg, thanks for the sub. And Chosen Choices, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Okay, so do you guys want to see coffee now or later? I can make. Now, okay. Also, Fate, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. And disclaimer, I'm not a coffee expert by any means. I literally started watching James Hoffman on YouTube, like back in, I think, January or February. And then I'm like, I need this. And then I kind of went all in on it, and I've been making coffee since so let's get this set up. Is there an uplift deck? This is it's from a company called Fully. Oh god. I'm sorry. The messages are falling off the deep end. Black Ranger, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. And Blue Laggy Blob, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub for 3 months. And I'm glad to be back as well. Raymond, thanks for gifting a sub to Bainan. And One Wing On, thanks for the sub. As Phoenix, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Okay, what jot note program? I'll explain it in a bit. Okay, so first, oh god. Never Mike, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. And Deg the Bay, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Okay. It's not Notion. I used to be a Notioner and now I use something different. The Isolate, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub, and DC Wizkid, thanks for the sub for 7 months. Okay. So this is the kettle that I use. It's called the it's called the Stag, or the Fellows Stag kettle. And so let's set it to, normally I go about 210 degrees, and so it's going to heat up right now. And while that's happening, here are like the beans that I normally use. Love the smell of coffee beans. And this is the grinder that I use. It's the Commandant hand grinder. So, not cheap, but I use this literally every day, and so for me, I've gotten a lot of value out of it. So, first things first is we load the grinder with, here, I'm gonna move this out of the way so I can show this. I've done this enough that I can roughly eyeball how much that I need. So it's like about that much. Are hand grinders better than electric ones? Not necessarily, but I think you need to spend a lot more on an electric grinder in order for it to kind of perform the same as a hand grinder. A lot of the cheaper electric grinders don't kind of grind as precisely. No scale. I have a scale. I'm still using it. So this is the one that I'm using. Yeah. So while this is heating up, I'm going to this is not the most relaxing sound. Swoosh, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub for 9 months. Drink H2O, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Oh hey, what's up Christopher? How's it going? Saigon Slayer, thanks for sub for 17 months. So Still need more. Jade Hazel, thanks for the sun. Is this a new studio? Well, it is my room, so. Kid Mix, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub for 3 months, and Bars, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Yusult King, thanks for the sub. Slash and Dance, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Okay, looks like it's good. Rap Flap, I used to have a receipt printer, but I don't know where it went. So you can see this is the coffee bean grind. I have to do the whole makeup, YouTube makeup thing. Come on. I need to change the autofocus settings on this thing for real though. There you go. So this is almost ready. And so while that's happening, oh, okay, wait, hold on, give me a second. I realize my carafe is not here. Alright. Edgy, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Isaac, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. So what we have here is, this is the V60 filter. I used to have a glass one, but I just like the way the metal one looks a little bit better. And then this is kind of what the coffee goes into. And so you just stack them on top of each other like so. And let's see. I'm trying to figure out what the best, oh my god. Awesome, thanks for the resub for 60 months. Welcome back, thank you. And so the first step is, oh my god, where are my filters now? Okay. So we have a filter that we place into the funnel. And so normally I'll crease this down. And you want to sort of pre-wet the filter so you don't get as much of that papery taste. And then you place this on top, like so. And I guess the best angle would probably be from here, so you guys can see the most of what's going on. Like that. And then we turn this on. And so the reason I use this particular scale is not only does it give you the weight measurement, it also has a timer built into it, so you know exactly, you know, how long you've been pouring for it. And so this is using the James Hoffman method. So it's 3 pours. The first pour, you put in 60 grams of water in the first one, and then you wait until the 45 seconds, and then you pour up until 300, and then the last remaining 30 seconds you pour in the remaining 200 grams. So let's just do this. I actually have not done the hot version in a while. I've been only making iced coffee since it's been really hot. But we'll see if I remember the muscle memory. Crystal, thanks for the 5 gifted subs, and Senseless, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Tato, thanks for the $5. You have no idea how much I missed you. Thank you, I missed you guys all a lot as well. 72 Nivek, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub, and Tazlock, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Weeaboo Durian, thanks for the sub. Okay, guys, I'm trying to make coffee here. You guys can chill a little bit. Anthony is trash, thanks for the Twitch time sub. All right, so what we want to do is we want to put 30 grams in here. So right now it's at 0, and we just put this in. I don't know why I didn't bring a spoon with me. Spoon, okay, there we go. And so what you want to do is you make a little divot in the middle, like so, before you start pouring. So we're gonna start right now. So I'm gonna move this out of the way. Okay, so first 15 seconds, we're gonna try and get to 60 grams. And the goal of this is you want to wet all of the coffee grind. The air bubbles means it's working. And so we wait until this goes to 45 seconds, which you can't really see because there's too much bokeh. It's at 27 seconds, 28, 29, 30, so we wait. Yeah, and we call this the bloom phase. And this is supposedly, according to coffee theory, is like where most of the taste kind of comes from. And then now we pour at a steady rate until we hit 300 grams by 1:15. And you just want to do nice, steady, concentric circles. And then right when it hits 1:15, then you start slowing down, and then you pour until you get to, so you can see the stream is a little bit less intense. And we want to top this off at 500 grams when we hit 1:45. Okay. And now we wait. Now we wait. And so this usually takes, you want to wait until about 3.5 minutes, at least with this recipe, and then you can drink it. Unpilled Acorn, thanks for your sub for 2 months. You know, take my word for this, it smells great. Right now it's at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Oh my god. Lo Sean, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. And Makusu Twitch, thanks for the sub. Yeah, and there's some like other different, there's other methods that people like. There's also one that's called the 4-6 method, which seems really extra and I don't know if it would warrant the extra work for a taste improvement. I think a lot of it's probably placebo. Like, if I'm putting this much work into making my coffee, it must taste good. Yeah, I have a tan line because I went hiking and I forgot to get a sunblock. I'm trying to kind of even that back out. D, please, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Jonathan, thanks for the sub. X Jonathan. Hugh June, thanks for the sub. Tyler, thanks for the resub for 9 months. Thanks for helping me set this back up. Oh my gosh, thanks for the resub for 4 months. You know, miss you guys all too. Okay, and so this is done. You can see all the water has successfully dripped through. And also there's an element of the grind size that matters as well. So like on this particular grinder, you can actually change sort of how fine or coarse it grinds. And you want to find the setting for the specific beans. It's different for different kinds of beans, so that it pours exactly all the way through in 3.5 minutes. If it takes a little bit too long, then that means your grind size is too fine. And if it, oh my god, and if it goes through too quickly, that means it's too coarse. So usually the first one I make with a new bag of beans is like the shittiest one because I don't know like how, like I don't really know if I grind it at the right coarseness, if that's the word. Okay, so let's do a taste test. Asian Creature, thanks for the sub, and Random Monkey, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub for 2 months. Okay. Oh my god, I forgot this was in here. Smells good. Oh, this is really good. I think the interesting thing about good coffee is it tastes more like tea almost, rather than kind of the coffee that we're used to drinking. I think most people think black coffee is, oh, you know, when you're waiting at the car dealership and they give you the shitty black coffee, or you go to McDonald's and you buy the black coffee early in the morning and it's just way too hot, and you have to lather it with cream and sugar. So you're not really even drinking coffee, you're just drinking sugar. And so it's very interesting how you can taste all these complex flavors in the coffee. I think this one is supposed to be like pineapple and strawberries. And it's not that it is actually in there, but there are kind of that smell and taste that alludes to that. And that is kind of what makes coffee drinking really fun. And so I think people were noticing earlier I had like a note-taking app. And so I've been using something called Roam Research pretty extensively. And this is kind of like how I journal sort of my day-to-day stuff. And when I get new coffee beans, I'll create a kind of its own page under the coffee. So for example, here, I'll take a picture of the bag and I'll have information about like what the kind of properties are. It's a light roast, dark roast, medium roast, who made it and stuff like that. And so this one that I just used is from a company called Abera Irebe. Wait, the picture didn't load here. And so this is the most recent one that I've been trying out. And yeah, I mean, I'm not a coffee expert by any means, but I'm trying to sort of document my process of trying all these different coffees. And so I use a subscription service called Dayglow Coffee, where they send you just like a random bag of beans from a roasters from somewhere in the world. Yeah. And I'll probably go into a deep dive into my Roam Research thing eventually, but it's kind of like how I keep track of all the hobbies that I'm like learning and all the things that I'm reading. Like every time I watch a movie or I watch a show, I'll like put it in here. Yeah, so if I go to like TV, my page for TV, all of like the things that I'm watching, I like create a page and I kind of take notes and just try to figure out like why I enjoyed it or didn't enjoy it. So yeah, it's just like a coping mechanism, I guess. I need to find meaning in my life, so I have to write it down. Otherwise, did I even watch it if I didn't write it down? It's called Rome Research. It's a relatively new app or service that came out in the past year. It just came out of beta in, I think, May. I was using something called Notion before, and I was like trying to get all my friends on Notion. I'm telling you, Notion will change your life. And then this came out. Now I'm saying this will change your life. And the main reason I use it is a lot of note-taking apps require you to create a really intense hierarchical structure where it's like, okay, this piece of information needs to go into this folder, which goes under this folder, which goes into this folder. And if you learn something new that doesn't fit into any of those folders, you have to figure out how that fits in that system. I think the way I look at it is, imagine you have a room full of filing cabinets. You have to like find the specific cabinet that has that folder. Whereas Rome is like, you have a bunch of sticky notes, and anytime you have an idea, you write it down and you stick it on your table, and it'll do the connections between like all the related ideas and other sticky notes for you, so you can just kind of jot down your ideas and search it later. Would highly recommend if you're someone like me who wants to be organized but can't be bothered to actually be organized. Yeah. Skylar, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Yeah. Of course I pay for it. You think anyone would have sponsored me in the past year? So like, but for me, I use it for literally everything. I use it for all of my like note-taking, task management, to-do list. So like $15 a month is a lot, but if it helps you make more money because you're on top of your shit, then I think it's worth it. Vincent, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. The Boys. Dude, I just finished The Boys. Highly recommend. I think the season finale was really good. I've been watching Jujutsu Kaisen as well. I think that's going to be like the next big... I think that it will be the next Demon Slayer. Skylar, thanks for gifting 20 gifted subs. What? Thank you for the subs, Jonathan, and I don't know why my Streamlab thing won't show up. I want to thank the people. The only, I only watched a couple of animes over the past year because I didn't think there were many good ones that had come out. I think ReZero was good. I watched The Great Pretender, which was pretty good. Oh, I finished Vinland Saga. That was really good. But I think besides that, there weren't... Oh, I finished all 5 seasons of JoJo. That was an endeavor. I basically sat down one week and I watched the whole thing. So now I am up to date with all the memes. Yeah. So DJ Minja, thanks to Reset for 26 months. And Bunny Foo, thanks for the 100 bits. Yeah. Oh, I also watched Oregairu. I think that one was really good as well. Actually, I think it became too melodramatic for me near the end. I'm like, okay, like these are just people like in a love triangle. Like, does it have to be this dramatic? Do they have to speak in like code all the time. Like, these people have issues. But you know, it was still fun. It was a good watch. Promised Neverland? Wait, season 2's not out. But the manga ended and it was terrible. God damn. I'm so sad. Why am I hawk things 100 bits? Yeah, so I don't know how, if they're going to do something different with the anime whenever they try to finish it. But yeah, the best animation that I watched over the break was for sure BoJack Horseman. Like, honest, I feel like it's like a basic opinion to have, but I really think it's an amazing show. Probably like my top 3 shows like all time. That and Mr. Robot. Holy shit. I literally have been telling every person I've met, like, watch Mr. Robot. Watch Mr. Robot. And they're like, oh, I watched it, but I dropped in season 2. I'm like, God damn it, you need to finish it. It's so good. It's like, you know how Game of Thrones, it was really good until it wasn't? Mr. Robot's the opposite. It only gets better. And like I took a lot of inspiration from like how they filmed it in my own video. I think as a show that deals with kind of present day, you know, modern day society, you know, it's not like super futuristic and it's not like a historical piece. They do a really good job of making everyday normal stuff look really weird or really interesting. And so watching it was like a masterclass in like how to miss cinematography. So there's one episode where the whole thing was done in one take, like legitimately done in one take, not the pieced together versions of it. Yeah, and if you think it's a show about vigilante hackers, just like get that out of your brain. It's not a show. It's not really a show about hackers. It's just a show about people. Kind of like how Mad Men, which I also watched. I watched all 7 seasons of it in like a week. I think there was a period of time where I was literally just watching through shows that I never had the chance to watch, just like binge watch. But yeah, Mad Men is not a show about an ad agency. It's a show about people. What's the name of the robot show? It's literally called Mr. Robot. Lo-fi music. I don't have any music yet, but I will be eventually putting music into these streams. And I've heard through the grapevine there's been a lot of issues with DMCAs and that kind of thing. So I don't want to deal with any of that. So I'm just trying to work on my own music and just slowly build up a library of my own lo-fi stuff over the next 5 to 10 years. So I have like a list of things that I'm working on, that I'm working towards. So that's like one of those. How often do you make coffee? I make coffee usually like every other day, usually on days I don't go to the gym, because it kind of makes my stomach a little bit upset. And usually working out gets me like energized enough. When we do a music stream, I don't know. I need to figure out my setup when it gets to that point. I've been practicing a lot of like jazz piano. It's been one of my dreams to learn how to like play like actual jazz. And so I've been taking lessons from one of my friends for the last couple of months. So still not good, but definitely a lot better than I used to be. Yeah, kids on the slope. My goal is to be able to do that. Yeah, jazz is really difficult to do, like to feel it, but on paper it's actually not that, it's not as complicated as it seems. Like the ideas behind it are very straightforward, but within like the constraints, there's so much that you can do, and like knowing kind of like what's possible is like part of the, or how to be creative within those confines. You know, like literally if you just play, you know, on the 2 and 4 of the beats, it's like da da da, and then you just do kind of swung notes in the right hand, it's going to sound really good. But then it's like making those decisions when you want to do that, when you want to break those rules, is kind of what separates good jazz musicians from, you know, wannabes like me. Where did I get my beglery? It's from a company called Around Square. So they sell like different types of beads. This is, I think they're, I don't even remember what these are called. These are titanium beads. Where's my piano? It's just out in the living room. So when I go make coffee, or I go after I finish eating, I'll just like sit down and just play for like an hour and then come back and do other stuff. I have like a tiny MIDI keyboard that I have up there that I'll sometimes like play on here, but it's not the best keyboard. Doesn't have pressure sensitivity. Hey, Sprinkle Snacks, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Do I listen to Frank Ocean? Oh my god, I almost landed in the thing. Butt Cheek Fat, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. It's like, I've been thinking a lot about kind of streaming and like what I want to get out of it. And I was like doing some research into like artists in other fields. And I think Frank Ocean's approach to sort of life and making music is really interesting to me. Where, you know, he'll spend like a year or two just completely removed from the internet and all of those, you know, trappings that you get because you're immersed in the sauce. You know, and he lives a life, and then he comes back and releases music about a life that he's actually lived. Whereas like most artists, it's your first album is like your first real album, and then every album after that is you're like going through the same cycle of release album, go on tour, then take a break, make another album, go on tour, take a break, rinse and repeat. Yeah, and I feel like at some point you're not, like your life becomes a lot more similar, or you're not really having those like huge life changes that kind of you draw from in your art. And so in a weird way, I feel like streaming, you spend your whole life becoming the person that you end up becoming when you start streaming, and everything you say is super interesting because no one's heard anything you've said about anything before, and every story you tell is interesting and new because no one's ever heard it. And then like you kind of get this idea of like, oh, this streamer is this kind of person, like I know every story about this person, like this is how they are, like, and this is like, if I watch the stream, this is what I'm going to get. And you kind of become sort of this static character where like your character becomes your brand, right? And it's like, oh, I know if I watch this person, they're going to act like this all the time, and that's why I'm watching them. And it doesn't really promote a lot of growth outside of that. And then you like run out of stories to tell, and you start telling the same stories over and over again, and you can't tell new stories because all the things that happen to you are live on stream. And people are like, well, I was there for that, you know, like, but for me, it's not creatively satisfying as a person to feel like all of my life experiences exist live on air. Like I want to have some mystery and some newness in my life. So I want to try to like spend more time off stream, like go out, do weird shit, try new stuff that I'm not comfortable with, and then come back and share that experience with y'all. So I'm not going to be streaming as much moving forwards. I'll probably be streaming maybe 2 or 3 times a week, but only for a couple of hours. And I want to focus more kind of on like music and filmmaking. But I'm not going to take a year off every single year or like every other year. It's just I'm going to be taking more time off in between streams. Sloth Ninja, thanks for the 100 bits. And John Lee Mista, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Music streams still. I will probably do some music streams, but I don't know what those will look like. Right now I'm at a point where I don't feel comfortable bringing in like friends or guests on my stream, just because like I don't think I've established myself back as like a streamer, and I don't want to subject them to whatever might happen because I don't know what it's going to be like for them. And so until then, I'm just going to be streaming as myself and just by myself until I feel like things have kind of like normalized. Xenomic, thanks for the resub for 6 months. How much caffeine is the whole thing? I don't actually know. I feel like the more I drink coffee, the more it becomes a necessity to just function rather than it's giving me like additional energy. But there is no sugar in this one, so I know I'm not getting a sugar crash from it. No Gundams? I will probably still build Gundams. I have a bunch of them, like just like in my living room that I haven't built yet. Any League on the stream? I will probably do some gaming streams, but I don't want to kind of focus on the gaming elements. I know I'm not great at gaming, and I'm not as entertaining when I play games. But I think it's something that I do enjoy, so definitely would be open to it. What did I use for my video? I used this Canon C200 for the most part. And I just used like the standard lens range, so 16 to 35, 50 millimeter, and 85 millimeter, and then a 100 millimeter macro lens. Oh, I also got a probe lens. It's the Laowa, I think, 18 millimeter, 15 millimeter. I don't know. I don't remember. It's like a crazy lens. Will you ever ask Steven for your camera back? He'll give it back to me when he will. I'm not really concerned about that. No. And I have been trying Genshin Impact. It's been fun, it's very relaxing, but I also feel kind of bad playing it, where I feel like, what am I doing with my life? I'm just like mindlessly running around, looking at pretty sights. But then I think about like, what is this teaching me about my life? And am I getting better at certain skills? I'm like, not really. Maybe just teaching me how to just be more chill. Luca Dine, thanks for the $10. Not sure if you remember me, but I'm happy you're doing better. I do remember you. Thanks for joining. Yeah. And I think the games that I've mostly been playing, or the games, I think this was the first time I've ever played a single player game just to play it and not for stream content. Yeah, I think the games I really enjoyed were Hollow Knight and Outer Wilds. And there was a period of time I was super into Hollow Knight. I think I beat everything except the last Pantheon, so 111% completion. It's like fucking Path of Pain. I was like, God, there are worse ways to go. Yeah, but I think that game, at least in terms of sort of like, was very inspiring as kind of like a creator. Like, it's like a small team of 3 guys made this game, and it's so good and so deep. Like, I want to do something like that someday. Dude, I cannot beat that last Pantheon stream. I think it would be the most frustrating stream ever. Do you have a PO box? I do not, but I would be open to opening one in the near future. BioFlame, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Have I tried Hades? That's also on my list, but I'm afraid I'm going to get lost in that game like crazy. That game seems like you could lose your life in it. But I'm happy that the game turned out good. I was a big fan of Bastion and Transistor. And it seemed like they put everything, like all the best parts of all their games into like one game. Prey, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Dre's Blue, thanks for the resub for 20 months. Yeah, and JW, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Oh my god, did I watch any of the League World games? Oh my god. Being an NA fan is suffering. Yes. I think the only good thing that came from it were all the spicy memes, but I don't know. It's always like mind-boggling how every year history just repeats itself. Do I still play League? I do still play League. I would say the games I play mostly now are League, TFT, and StarCraft. I still play StarCraft pretty regularly. Top Raptor, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Appreciate it. Yeah. StarCraft 2. I played StarCraft 2. I never got into Brood War, and I don't know if I would ever be able to because it's so difficult. Good Dr. Zach, thanks for the tier 3 sub. Appreciate it. Yeah. And tomorrow, so I don't know when I'm going to be streaming next. I think I'm probably going to be ending stream soonish. But tomorrow I'm going to Santa Barbara to get this baby checked out. And yeah, over the break I had one of my friends who makes techwear bags make some custom modifications to this. Ram the Band, thanks for the Twitch sub for 2 months, and Deadman, thanks for the sub. And so, okay, hold on, let me move this out of the way. Can we expect some magic content? Of course, eventually I'll be doing more of that as well. Okay, let me move this out of the way, actually. Make some room. So, essentially before, the strap for this was a leather strap, but it wasn't adjustable and my head is really big. So I couldn't really get it in, like I couldn't put it around my neck really comfortably. So my friend made this kind of magnetic fidlock system. So this is like a magnetic thing that snaps together. So now I don't have to look as awkward putting this on. So I can take this, put it around my neck, and then I take this end and it just magnetically snaps on. And there we go. But the reason I'm taking it into the shop is because I think the strings or maybe the sound post or the bridge placement can be refined a bit. It doesn't feel like it's kind of muffled in a lot of ways. And I don't know if I'm using the optimal setup for this. Yeah, and it does a lot of like cello things really well, like. thing is the C string sounds really bad. It sounds like a viola. Yeah, you can see as soon as I go to the C string, it sounds like a different instrument. Oh man, how does this one go? I can't play it on this. Or I can do like 12-bar blues. Do I still talk to Ray Chen? Yeah. A funny story. So he asked me for help setting up his live stream before he was like started touring again, and then I was like on call with him, trying to like troubleshoot his OBS, and then he went live for like 2 minutes and didn't realize it, and then so people could hear me talking to him in the background, and they're like, "Is that Albert?" And then he was like, "Oh my god, it's gonna stop my stream." But yeah, he seems to be doing well. I think I've been helping a lot of people, sort of like consulting on how to get their stream set up in the past year. So anyways, I'm going tomorrow to Santa Barbara to visit a luthier that my friend recommended, and essentially I'm having them look at this instrument, which I don't even know if they can help me because this is technically an extinct instrument. It doesn't really exist in its original form. The only ones you can buy now are all replicas or like recreations of something that has been documented. And so like the strings that are used are like a weird combination of like viola strings and like 1/8 cello strings that aren't even designed for the specific string that it's for. It's like it's like a cello A string but restrung as a D string. And I think it can be optimized a little bit better to be a little more playable, but I don't know. And like I wouldn't know. So I'm trying to bring it to a professional and see if they can work some magic on this. I want to learn how to play slap bass. Yeah, but how does that Muse bass line go? Dude, I don't know. Did Davey pop off in the last year? I've been seeing bass memes literally everywhere. Yo, Yeezus, thanks for the sub. clipping. God damn. I haven't dealt with the audio in so long on my stream. This way. Let's see. I'm trying to think if I learned any new card tricks that I haven't even touched a deck of cards in a while. Muwazi, thanks for gifting a sub. And thanks for getting sub to Pretty Good. Let's see, which ones do I have here? What are these ones? No, these are just like a small collection of the ones that I have. These are just the ones in the room. I have no idea what this means. This is like some sort of foreign language to me. What's Blades and Drain Gang? Okay. I don't want to open my Fontaines because they're worth too much. Am I just a boomer? Like, what I'm reading is totally foreign to me. Has your fashion sense evolved over the year? No, it's kind of stagnated, if anything. I think I care a little bit less about what I wear, or like what brands I wear. And it's like, I just want to wear what I like. Am I getting the A7S3? Yes. I pre-ordered it in frickin' August. I pre-ordered it in August, and it still hasn't arrived yet. I don't know what's up with that. Lero noticed that you don't have your Twitch linked on the YouTube. Oh. I never had my Twitch linked from my YouTube. I think they're like so different that I like never really thought to do it. Yeah, Dr. Kobe, thanks for the sub. Thoughts on the Red Komodo? I think it's good if you want to shoot in RAW and you like the Red ecosystem, but right now I'm all aboard the Sony hype. Blue Violin, you're my favorite violinist. Maybe you should pick a different violinist. I don't think I'm very good at it. I just enjoy playing it. You know, pick a real violinist if you want to pick a favorite one. Oh yeah, Steve came out in Smash. Oh, I started playing Melee again, actually. I downloaded Slippy, and so I've been trying to practice again. I became a Samus main because I wanted to play a respectable character, and Ice Climbers and Wobbling kind of goes against that. Arnav, thanks for the sub. I'm sorry if I missed any subs, which I know I missed a lot. Just know I'm very thankful, and that, yeah, it's weird streaming again. It's like I'm like learning how to do this all over. Jaro Jaro, thanks for the $1. Can you talk about your setup and your current camera color tones? I mean, I don't have anything special going on here. I'm just using the C200. Just like literally, I think in C-Log 2 with a LUT on it. Later, George, thanks for the $5. What's your coffee making setup? I use the Stag EKG kettle in matte black, and then I have the Hario V60 with like the appropriate carafe to go with it. And then I have the Commandant. I need to put all these somewhere. It'll be somewhere eventually. That's the grinder. Oh, this is, how's your voice deep and high at the same time? It's because I have, okay, this is like another interesting thing that I got really deep into. So when I was making my video, I knew I had to do a voiceover for it, or that was kind of what I wanted. But I hate my voice, and I've always hated my voice. So I went and I like talked to a speech coach. Not like a speech therapist, but someone who specializes in making you sound better through some arbitrary metric, you know, and he wrote some book on like the American accent. I'm like, oh, he wrote this book. Okay, he must be legit. And I found out a lot of things about why I don't like my voice. And a lot of it is, I think, partially related to having learned Mandarin as my first language. In Mandarin, there's like a lot of weird sort of like tongue rolling or tongue shaped things that I think affect the way that you enunciate a lot of words, that even though I wouldn't say I have like a Chinese or Mandarin accent, it still permeates itself into my normal speaking. And an example of that is because there's no like S sounds at the ends of a lot of Chinese words, or at least you don't differentiate like plural in that way. So sometimes when I say certain words, the S sound, I get confused. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be an S or a Z sound. For example, like there's car and cars. Cars is spelled C-A-R-S, but you don't say cars. You say cars with a Z. And I don't really think about it when I talk, but I think because of my having learned Mandarin, like I never really fully developed like that distinction. And so sometimes when I talk, it sounds like I have a lisp, and it slips in and out. And like I never really notice it until like I record my voice. I'm like, oh, this is not good. This is not good. And the other thing too is I speak really, like I have a lot of like a vocal fry where I go, and I'm trying to get rid of that a bit. But when I'm just really chill, that's the lowest energy way of speaking. I'm like, hey guys, how's it going? But it doesn't have like body behind it, so it sounds kind of nasally because my general voice is nasally, but it's like vibrating at that lower frequency. It's like a viola, but as a voice, and that's probably why I hate it. Yeah, but I've learned to embrace it. Because of that, I feel like my voice is recognizable, and I just gotta learn to, you know, embrace it. Yeah. I guess it's like I have a deep voice that I don't have the body to fill, and that's why it sounds kind of awkward. Hey Muwazi, thanks for gifting a sub to Ghost. Stream is dropping frames. Oh shit. Come back. Come back. Oh, it's dropping a lot of frames. Okay, I think it's okay now. Oh, nope, it's not. It's not okay. It's not okay. I need to upgrade my internet. Oh god. Okay. I might have to lower my bit rate just to get this to be more consistent. Let's see if I can do that. You can hear me? Oh geez. Now it's just a podcast. Alright, well, I don't know what's going on with my internet. It is acting up. Maybe I'll just end the stream here and call it a day. Yeah, it's dropping lots of frames. Lots of frames. Hold on. I guess I could go to 720p real quick. Oh, Jesus. This is not good. Well, this would be a good time as any to end the stream, I guess. I'll probably be streaming again in maybe Sunday, maybe this weekend. Definitely not tomorrow. So I will see you guys all later. Thanks for watching the stream. I'll be talking about other things in the future. All right.